Okay. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Okay, dice aquí, Jose, the name of the lady of Romper Room was named Julie or Nancy. Somebody else told me it was something else. Somebody else was telling me it was, I forgot. Somebody else had a different name. But thank you for letting me know. But they didn't call her, they didn't call her by her first name though. They called her something else. Does anybody know what they called her? Romper Room is was a children's TV show back in the early '80s. I was a little boy, and I used to watch Romper Room every morning. And that lady, uh, she would have different guests, like firemen. She would have like police officers and all kinds of guests. They would play all kinds of games and stuff. It was like basically it looked like a kindergarten, or it looked like a daycare. It looked like a daycare show, and that lady was she was the host. She was like the teacher, and every day right after right before the show would end, that lady had a special mirror. She had a special mirror, and then she would look into the mirror, and then the mirror would turn magical and stuff, and she would say, "Magical mirror, we're gonna be wishing a happy birthday to Johnny, to Peter, to Larry, Cindy, Jenny." And I was a little boy, right? And I was thinking to myself, "What is this? Today's my birthday. Today's my birthday." I'd be telling her the TV, right? And I was hoping she would say my name. She never said my name, and she never said, "Happy birthday to Lalo or Pedro or Juan." It was always Johnny, Peter, Larry, and stuff like that. But she never once mentioned a Mexican name. So I don't know. And you as a little boy, you're thinking, she's gonna call you that. If that thing was a magical mirror, she's gonna say, "Happy birthday, Jose," right? Never happened. So I was talking about that earlier, about that show, about Romper Room, and so it's I was trying to figure out what that lady's name was. Somebody just said her name was, what was it? Okay, lady from Romper Room name was Julie or Nancy. Okay, does anybody know what that lady's name was? Hello, Chris. How you doing? Says, "What's up, bro?" Not a whole lot, Chris. Just getting ready here to start our day. Getting ready for some coffee, and then I'm gonna be heading out to work. Good morning, Maria. Maria says, "Hola, ¿tú hablas español?" Sí, María, yo soy mexicano. ¿Cómo le va a usted? Y dice aquí, Eliana dice, Miller says, "Good morning. How you doing, Eliana Miller? Good morning to you, ma'am, or miss." So yeah, you guys, I'm trying to figure out what that lady's name was from Romper Room. And I'm 52 years old, so if I can't remember, a lot of you people are younger than I am that are watching me, so I don't expect you guys to know either. Okay, good morning, my friend, says aquí Sheila. Good morning, Sheila. Thank you, baby. Nice to have you here. Good morning, how are you? And family, and that's from Janine. Max. Thank you, Janine. How are you this morning? We're about to have some coffee here with my mom, and getting ready for our day. Okay? All right. So anyways, I was trying to figure out what that lady's name was from Romper Room, and I have not figured it out. Nobody knows what her name was. So, yeah. Rompity, rompity, romper room in France. Mr. Fresh says, Miss Nancy. Really? Are you sure? Because somebody else mentioned that name too. Somebody else mentioned that name also. Mr. Fresh says, yes. All right, Miss Nancy. Thanks for letting me know, Mr. Fresh.
Lupe, ¿cómo está?
Ay, muchas gracias, Rafael.
¿Todo bien?
Hola, don Ismael, ¿cómo le va?
José.
Bien, bien, mire, aquí le presento a mis amigos. Nosotros siempre estamos hablando de usted.
¿Oh, sí?
Sí.
¿Y fue?
Ya
Bien,
dígale,
bien o
pues,
mal.
a
Bien
la
mal.
señora de la panadería, que usted le está dando promoción a su panadería para que le haga una poca de baja, pues de allí no se la dispensa.
¿Ya?
Sí.
¿Y pues, Lupe, cómo le ha ido? Oh.
Se olvida de todo, menos se olvida de todo.
No, pues mi papá y don Ismael son muy buenos amigos.
En octubre.
Don Ismael, he's,
Octubre.
yes, positive. All right. Miss Nancy, huh? Right on. Thanks for letting me know, you guys. Like I was saying, she used to have this magical mirror, right? And she would hold the mirror like this. And then she would say, magic mirror, we're going to be wishing a happy birthday to Johnny, to Cindy, to Paul. But she never once mentioned a Mexican. There was no Pedros, there was no Juans. There was never anything like that. So she never mentioned my name. And I was a little boy though, but anyways, you know, as a little boy, you're thinking, one of these days she's gonna mention me. Never happened, everybody. Okay, dice aquí, buenos días, tío. Ánimo, saludos al jefe y a la jefa. Gracias, Sef. Muchas gracias. Fernando Lopez says, I'm going fishing tomorrow. I'm going fishing tomorrow too, Fernando. Today's Saturday, and I'm going to be going fishing tomorrow. I'm going to be going fishing to Vallejo. Okay, so if you guys live in Vallejo and you want to fish with me, I'm going to be going right there to Waterfront. There's other places to fish around there, but I don't know my way around. So if anybody's from Vallejo and you want to go fishing with me, I'm going to be fishing in Waterfront. Okay? All right. Good morning, homie. This is Abel Ortiz. How you doing, Abel? Are you able to have a lot of fun today or what? All right. Miguel dice, ay te voy a echar carrillo, no me bloquees. Okay, carrillo o carrilla. Okay, no, yo no me agüito con la carrilla, pero si es ofensiva, entonces sí. Pero la carrilla is okay with me, okay? Pero it depends, you know what I mean? It depends. Nomás, tú ya sabes la carrilla si es buena o mala. You know, una cosa es que eches carrilla.
Se llama bully, la carrilla. Es bully.
No, pero es que también la carrilla es como ser chistoso, man.
Oh, no.
Ok, pero ya si bully ya es eso ser ya ojete. Sorry. Carrilla, sí, Miguel. No hay pedo, tú échale, homie. Dice, code name Hard Hat. That's a good one, right? Thanks, Cookies. Code name Hard Hat, huh? I like that. Okay, Maria Vega dice, eso es the what? Oh, she took it off. Are you going fishing today? No, I wish I could go fishing today, but I'm going fishing on Sunday, Janine. Ok, Miguel, no hay pedo. Tú échame carrilla a mí, pero salúdame a tu tía. Si no, no hay trato. Ok, si me saludas a tu tía, puedes echarme toda la carrilla todo el día y toda la noche. ¿Edad, ma?
Yo no sé.
Sí, dice, tengo una prima. ¡Órale! Ahora sí, pues ir a Miguel. Salúdamela. Dile que la mandas a saludar José Reynoso, el Azteca Healthman. Y vas a ser mi primo favorito. Te voy a llevar a pescar. Te voy a y te ella allá en Jalisco. No hay pedo, yo voy para allá. Tengo papeles y todo. ¿Ok? Ya ya si le caigo bien y eso, pues hacemos la boda allí en Jalisco. ¿Verdad, ma? O mejor acá en Estados Unidos, porque luego mi mamá, como ella ya no puede salir de aquí, mejor me la traigo para acá y nos casamos aquí. Por todas las leyes no vas a pensar que nomás así, ¿verdad? Porque yo estoy seguro que tu prima ha de ser una prima de esas damas decentes. So, hacemos la boda aquí. ¿Ok? Ok. All right, you guys. Thumbs up over here on Facebook. Thanks. María dice, ¿estabas con tu amigos? Sí, ese señor que estaba allí, él es don Ismael. Él es el señor que trae pan aquí para la casa, le regala a mi mamá y a mi papá. Y él es un señor muy buena onda, trabaja con mi hermano Eric. Ellos ahorita ya se van a ir a trabajar. Y él viene desde San Rafael hasta acá a visitarnos. He comes from San Rafael to work with Eric right now. Ok, Simón, que sí, Miguel, ya está, vale. Sí, ella es decente. Pues yo también soy decente. Decente y de centavos. Digo, decente y sin centavos. Pero ya voy a empezar a ahorrar para la boda. Ok, y así nos podemos invitar a todos los Azteca Health Friends a que sean mis padrinos. Unos padrinos de limosina, otros padrinos de salón, otros padrinos de esto y padrinos y se hace la machaca. Ok. Y yo nunca he sido casado, yo también soy, y no creas que he sido casado, siempre he sido soltero. Apenas se va a hacer la machaca bien chingón. Ajúa. What part of Jalisco are you from? I am not from Jalisco, I am from Michoacán. But Miguel Lopez says that he has a prima for me. And she lives in Jalisco. But I am from Michoacán. Yo soy de allí, de Michoacán, de Purón de Michoacán. Okay. Buenos días, saludos desde Merced. Hey, thank you, Double A. Country Boy says 9,211. Yeah. Thanks, Country Boy. Appreciate that. Okay, you guys. Jason Gallos, what's happening? We got Jason Gallos over here watching us on Facebook. I used to go to high school with Jason Gallos. We went to Montgomery High School here in Santa Rosa together. And Jason Gallos he's been a family friend ever since. Right on, Jay. How you been, homie? Okay, love you. All right, thanks, Country Boy. Appreciate that. We love you too. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get me some coffee here so I can have some bread, and then I'll be going on my way to work. ¿Cuántos años tiene? Dice María. Yo tengo 52 años, María. Okay, ¿y usted? All right, so so anyway, today's Saturday. I forgot what the date is. I think it's like the 17th or 18th or something like that. And I'm gonna be going to work in Geyserville, California again. I was working there yesterday. The signal's really bad over there, so I'm not sure if I can, keep live streaming for you guys. And then I lost one of my phones, so I'm going to be having a hard time playing music for you. Today's the 17th, says Country Boy. Thanks, Country Boy. Appreciate that. Dice, yo soy el padrino para el pisto. Yeah, ya agarré un padrino aquí para todo el pisto. ¿Verdad que sí? Oh, el pastel, disculpa. Pero también le echan alcohol al pastel. Ok, gracias. Ya tengo padrino para pastel. Gracias. Dice, how did you lose it? Oh, yesterday, I don't know. I was walking home yesterday, and then this morning I was trying to look for it. So it's probably somewhere in my house. Because I was using this main phone, and I was trying to use the other phone for music as I was walking, and it wasn't working. So then I just put it in my pocket. And then this morning I couldn't find it, but I still have these other phones. I have 3 phones, and then I also got my my iPad. I'll use that for music today. And I also got my this phone here. I use this to answer my calls. But yeah, I'll get another one. I'm okay. Still have cancer, says Jason. Really? Since when did you have cancer, Jay? I never knew that you had cancer. We're gonna say a prayer for you in a minute, okay, Jay? And hopefully you overcome it, Jay. You're a strong man. You've always been a strong dude. All right. So chill in a minute, and we'll have it going for you. Gail says, "Good morning." Good morning, Gail. How you doing, Mama? Are you having a good day today? Salud, Papa. And so yeah, you guys, I'm gonna be getting married pretty soon. What do you think of that? Woohoo! Bendiciones para Jay, dice aquí double A. Okay, Jay, see, people are already starting to pray for you. Jay, double A 95341 says, bendiciones para Jay. Bendiciones means blessings, Jay. So we're gonna everybody's pulling for you, homie. Jason says he's had cancer since last year. Wow, Jay, I didn't know that. Last time I talked to you, it's been a long time already. I think it's been about a year, right? And the last time I talked to you, you didn't mention that. So I'm sorry to hear that, Jay. LM says, why are you always wearing that hat? Hat is spelled H-A-T. I wear this hat because the ladies love it. Ask your tia, she'll tell you. Okay, we also have Pelon, el 20, Jay, says, blessings, Jay, stay strong. All right, Jay says, yes, thank you. Right on, Jay. See, more people are pulling for you, Jay, okay? And we pray for people here sometimes. People like yourself, Jay, that are going through hard times. And, a lot of our viewers on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, we all pull together. We all help each other. And, some people might think that, a small prayer is not that big of a deal. But when there's a lot of people together, it's a big deal. All right? Okay. Thank you very much, Fernando, for the gifts. You just got the number 3 gifted badge. Marcos got the number 2 gifted badge. All right, Marcos Flores. Muchas gracias. Let me get my coffee really quick, okay, you guys, so I can start drinking my coffee because it's getting late. Give me a second.
Hey. Buenos días. Aquí.
Sí, aquí está tu café.
No, ya estoy hasta aquí por Santa Rosa.
Sí, con
Hey.
trae para que lo quiera.
Hey. Ándale pues. Bueno.
All right, you guys, moving on.
Corneta, pa.
¿Qué?
La corneta.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Cómo se come?
Así le dicen a la mala, pa.
¿Quién?
Y a Pablo así lo puso.
¿No es cierto? Mi papá siempre dice Don Ismael. El que le dice cornetas es somebody else over there.
¿Quién le puso así, pa?
No se crean Don Ismael.
Chivo le puso.
¿Oye, fue el chivo? Okay. Blessings, Jay, stay strong. Dice aquí Fernando Lopez. Thank you, Fernando. Jose, the name of the lady on Romper Room was named Julie or Nancy. Somebody earlier said it was Nancy. And then I asked, it was Mr. Fresh. Mr. Fresh said her name was Nancy. And then I asked him if he was sure. He said he was positive. So it was Nancy. And Romper Room was a children's television show when I was a little boy. And like I was telling people, that lady had a magic mirror, and she would always hold it up like this, and she would wish, kids, the viewers out there, a happy birthday. And she was always saying, happy birthday to Johnny, happy birthday to Jenny and Paul and Peter, and when it was my birthday, I was hoping that she would see me in that magic mirror and say happy birthday, Jose. She never did say happy birthday, Jose. She never said happy birthday to Juan or Pedro or Maria. No Mexican names. It was always white names. And I was a little boy, so I didn't understand that very well. But I realized that that magic mirror was broken. Okay, you guys, check it out. This is the pan here that Mr. Don Ismael here brings to us. Okay, he brings it as a present for my parents. And so this is it right here, look. It's he brings it from a bakery in San Rafael. That bakery's name is La Bendición. For those of you that live in San Rafael, you want some really good pan, it's called La Bendición. And that bakery is the Guatemalan, okay? Okay.
Estamos trabajando con el Charlie, pa.
Malas. Don Cuco no. Don Cuco no.
¿Así le dice Cuco, no?
Sí, el Cuco no, Don Cuco no. ¿Era pa? Yeah, they say el Don Cuco no. He's the guy right there in San Anselmo, right? Yeah, ese es Don Cuco no.
Estamos con... Mi papá ya no se acordaba de él.
Nice hoodie. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. It's one of my favorites. A lot of us in my family have this exact hoodie. My sister gave it to us for Christmas. She gave one to me, she gave one to my brother, she gave one to my other brother, she gave one to my nephew, she gave one to my other nephew. So a lot of us in our family have this exact one.
Oh, ese está bueno.
I like it because it's got the cat, caterpillar.
Está bonito este.
Caterpillars for construction, people like
Este me
myself.
pica mucho. El que pica se lo-
All right, dice aquí, Michelle says, continue to keep her in prayer. Her name is Delfinil Nancy Judio. Nancy Judio? Judi. No, hang on. Continue to keep her in prayer. Her name is Delphine. 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 Whose name is Delphine?
Pero púyelo con una espina naranja, no con aguja.
Okay, okay. Oh, thank you for the hat and the mustache. Appreciate that very much, you guys. Delphina. Delphina. Okay, who are we talking about? Delphina. What's her? Who is this lady?
Con espina.
I must have missed one of your comments. Who is she? Is she sick or something, or what's going on? At TDR. He sure is very lucky. I miss my dad. Wish I could drink a cup of coffee with him. He passed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sheila. I'm here with my dad. My dad's right here. Look. This is my father right here. My dad, he doesn't like to be on camera and stuff like that, but he's always here listening to us, to my mom, and listening to the comments that I read and all that. So don't worry, Sheila. Your dad's up in heaven, and he's glad that you still remember him and you miss him. And don't worry, one of these days you'll go up there with him. Okay, Janine says, why we never see your sister? She lives far. Oh, I have two sisters. Both of my sisters, one of them lives here in Santa Rosa, and the other one lives in New Mexico. But one of my sisters doesn't like to be seen on camera, so I never put her on. When sometimes she'll show up, and I don't want to be rude and, hey, this is my sister, blah 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 blah, because she doesn't like that. Okay, a lot of my family members don't want to be on my show. They don't like people to see them, so I have to respect their wishes, and so I don't put them on my show. But my sister Angelica, she's like me. We're always, telling you about Azteca Hill, and she makes a lot of videos and everything too. So for those of you who know that Angelica Reynoso, she's my sister, and I have another sister too, but she doesn't want She doesn't do none of that social media. She doesn't even have a Facebook. She has none of that, and she doesn't like it. So I have to respect her wishes and not, show her. Okay. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Easy Money Sniper. Six Huna. All right. Nice to meet you too. Thank you very much for the gifts. I appreciate that. Okay, DDD says, Sheila, sorry to hear that. Yes, Sheila, we're all sorry to hear that. But you know what, your dad's can see that you miss him very much. So he's up in heaven, probably putting a good word in for you. Okay? Okay, Robert says, Jose, do you own your own house? How many rooms is it? Love you, Jose. No, I don't own my own house anymore. I've had a couple of houses before. But when the economy went down and all that, since I do a lot of construction, I lost it. I had a ranch. And so, no, I don't own my own house right now. But if Azteca Health keeps going the way it's going, I own 2 houses! Yay! So, no, I don't own my own house, Robert. This is my parents' house. I'm at my parents' house right now. He doesn't talk much. No, my dad doesn't talk much at all. He'll, once in a while he does. But most of the time, no, my dad's very quiet. What kind of bread are you eating, Jose? Check it out. Got a lot of sesame seeds on it. See that? And this is the bread that Don Ismael brings us from San Rafael, from the bakery. It's Guatemalan bakery. It's called La Bendición. And he brings my parents a bag of bread whenever he visits us. And so that's what I'm eating right now. Did you see Don Ismael? He was here right now. I showed him on camera right now. Yeah, he's going to work with my brother Eric.
He worked with my dad. My dad's last job before he retired.
Oh, Ismael?
Yeah. ¿Para qué no Ismael trabajó contigo? ¿Tu último jale ya cuando te retiraste? Cuando estábamos allá con el John, o tú ya te seguiste trabajando un poquito.
No, eso no terminé.
Pero él trabajó contigo hasta el final, ¿no?
Sí.
Cuando le paraste, ¿no? Te enfermaste, luego te fuiste al hospital, las operaciones y todo, de ahí le paraste, ¿no?
Yeah, he used to work with my dad too, Eric says. When my dad still used to work, Don Ismael. And then so you guys at DDR, try TY, God bless you all. All right. You're welcome, Sheila. We like to be a supportive group here. Sometimes, people share their a little bit of themselves here with us. Sometimes people are sick. Like our friend Jay down here, he's telling me that he's going through cancer right now. Okay, he's had cancer for a year now, and so a lot of people are wishing you well, Jay. And it's there's power in prayer, you guys. There's power in prayer. So when you want to help somebody, you don't necessarily have to help them with money. You can help them with a small prayer. And that is a lot more helpful than money. Okay.
Es que se me olvida uno, ya tengo el tuyo, pero se me olvida el trabajo. Creo que ya me los dos se me van a olvidar los dos en el carro, no.
Yo me lo llevo en la noche con agua para echarme un traguito. Ahorita te lo digo.
Delicious. Está muy bueno.
Debes de tener cuidado.
Yeah, today there's not that many people on here because it's Saturday. A lot of people are sleeping in. When I have work, I like to work Monday through Saturday. Okay. Jason Gaio says, shout out to Eric and you, Jose, and your family. Oh, thanks, Jay. Jason says hello, Eric.
What's up, Jason? I used to work for Jason.
Jason was your boss?
He was my boss.
Was he a good boss or?
He was a great boss.
Yeah? All right, Jay. Eric says he remembers when he used to work for you. He says you were a good boss. All right, well, Right on, Jay. Well, Jay was telling me right now that he's going through cancer right now.
Oh, shit.
He says that he's had cancer for a year now.
Se nos va a ir don Ismael, ¿verdad?
¿Ya se va a pelar la tosada?
Ya se va a ir en noviembre.
Otra vez, eso dijo hace 5 años.
Ay, nunca se va.
Nunca se va.
Nomás quiere, yo creo que nomás quiere aumento, ¿verdad?
Nomás quiere aumento.
Si todavía aumento de $1 para que no te vayas. Bueno,
Ahorita ni porque me paguen 100 la hora ya no me quedo.
Ah.
Ya no, ya dije
¿Y si,
que ya no.
y si te consigo una dama?
No me importa, yo ya voy.
¿No eres gay?
No, lo que pasa es que ya no, ya
Oh.
estuvo bueno. Ya. Muchos años aquí, pues. Ir a disfrutar un poco de mi total.
Usted necesita estarse aquí, maestro.
No,
Ahorita lo acabo de mover.
ya hice 2 casas ya.
Really? Ok, mira, ahí les va para que sean allá de las de Guatemala. Este señor ya se va para Guatemala, es don Ismael. Dice que tiene 2 casononas allá.
No estés diciendo eso, hombre.
Oh.
No, porque ya